consistent with the U.S.
When
legislation.
there's so much emerging science right now indicating that even 1.5 at 2 degrees, the vulnerable and the poor would not survive. Why is the conference still discussing 2 degrees? The World Meteorological Organization said everything is increasing much faster than anticipated. Why is the emerging science not part of the dialogue?
I think there are two reasons. I think the countries that can really make a difference have not really got sensitive enough to the plight of the poorest of the poor. I think that's a harsh reality which we have no choice but to accept. And I hope that will change. And the second reason is that, climate change and acting to reduce emissions of greenhouse gases would affect every sector of the economy. And there's a certain inertia over there. There's a certain vested interest that almost sees that as an enemy of business as usual. So I'm not surprised. I mean, this is something that we should have anticipated. People are not going to give up their so-called benefits. They're not going to give up the profits that they are making from what they are doing business on. And it's inevitable that you'll get this kind of resistance. But I think truth will triumph and science will triumph.
The 1.5?
Why did you hug Nancy Pelosi?
Because she's a dear friend. I like her a lot. She's a wonderful lady and a remarkable leader.
But is 2 degrees C consistent?
And she hugged me.
Is 2 degrees
What
C
does it mean
consistent
that
with what's
President
remarking?
Obama will arrive tomorrow?
I think it should make a difference, and I hope he sits down with the other leaders and they decide on taking the right steps and coming up with a strong agreement.
Do you feel that science has been ignored?
Well, I mean, let's begin with that. I mean, it took a long time to get at least some degree of agreement on this limit. So I think the next step will come when the science emerges by 2013, 2014.
Do you think the U.S. is offering enough in terms of cuts in greenhouse gases?
Well, as far as the U.S. is concerned, I mean, let's face it, for 8 years they had no action. So I think they really have to take one step at a time, and I hope they don't stop there.
Could you comment on Canada and the tar sands? Canada and the tar sands.
Well, I really don't know enough about that project.
What
Do
about
you feel
the
like science is
comments that
being
Hillary
ignored here?
Clinton
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's very encouraging. That's very encouraging. Extremely much higher emissions from this source. And I think if we make adjustments in our lifestyles, then even a small step like this can really make a difference. It would bring down emissions, by 3, 4, or 5%.
Just if people start eating meat.
And they'll be healthier. I keep telling everyone, you'll be healthier, and so will the planet.
Are you a vegetarian?
I've become a vegetarian for this very
When
reason.
did you become a vegetarian?
About 7, 8 years ago.
And in terms of the goals that have been set by emission targets set by China and by the US, are those enough to achieve the Are those enough to get to the end
But that means the cost of reducing them later will be higher. The impacts associated with this scenario will probably be a little worse. But if that's the best that the global community wants to decide on, so be it.
But so in other words, they won't make the 2 degrees at the current level?
Well, not immediately. I mean, you can get an overshoot scenario where you increase
But not by
emissions,
2050?
No, why not? I think it can be done. Theoretically, you could increase emissions, say up to 2020, peak in 2020, and then start bringing them down rapidly.
There's a leaked UN document that says the current proposal